Well, I got to know Christ when one of my friends, actually, one of my best friends, introduced me to how to actually really pray, how to actually read the Bible. And once I got that concept down, my whole entire relationship with Christ changed. It became not like, oh, Christ is over there in the corner. It became more of a Christ is everywhere kind of sort of thing. But the actual concept of becoming a child of God was something that was really foreign to me until actually very recently. Growing up, my sister was the very responsible girl, straight A student, top of the class girl you can find, and really spiritually religious. So, the bar was already set high by her. My brother, he eventually became a really responsible man, and he started making good grades in school, good basketball players. Even though they didn't set these expectations, I kind of set those for myself to become more like them. So, so then I can make my parents proud. What the heart of the problem that I really realized was that I kind of defined myself by what my parents saw me as. So not just my parents, just everyone in general. I saw whatever they thought of me is how I defined myself. At first, this may seem harmless, but after a while, if this mindset continues, it can become very dangerous, and it actually led my mind to some dark places where I wish to never go back to again. I always wanted to get straight A's, become top 1% student. And then I remember one time I was just failing. I was trying to struggle in school, and it came to a point where I don't know what happened. The devil just twisted my perception so much where I was just like, I don't know why I'm not getting this. Why am I failing so much? And I got so mad that I actually broke the economics books by hitting myself with it, because I thought that was the only way. Even though it makes no sense, I just thought it was the only way that I can fix myself was just by punishing myself. It just came to a point where I just defined myself by failures, and that's not what Christ teaches us. Christ teaches us that we're a child of God, that He removes our failures and iniquities so that we can become just His children, and that He can care for us. And having this mindset that I have to punish myself to make myself a better person led me to start punching clocks just to hurt myself. And I got to this point where I just realized, where I was like, man, if I keep this up, I'm going to be near suicidal towards the end of this. And I always wanted to change my mindset, but it never actually happened. I always felt like I had to prove myself to get love from my parents, which is exactly the wrong thing to do, because they freely give their love towards me. Whenever my parents would say, hey Jijo, you need to be a more responsible student, just need to be more responsible with your time, I saw it as a personal attack, as, Jijo, why are you failing at this? Why aren't you making good grades? Why are you just so stupid with your time? How come you can't be more responsible? They didn't say that at all. The devil just twisted my perception to make me think that that's what they were saying. It led me off to a couple of standoffs with my parents where I just basically explained, and I really believed this at the moment, that my life on this earth is meaningless, that there is nothing I can do that can help this world, that I believe that if I wasn't in this world, my family would be a better place, my church would be a better place, my friends would be better off without me. And having this mindset really just killed me. And then just a couple of weeks, basically I was just living in just constant depression almost. After I had a standoff with one of my parents, about how much they hate me and stuff, Jibby and Gina came up to me and they're they show me the right way, that God is there for me, I'm the temple of God, that I should not be hurting myself for anything. And then it came to a point where I realized, my brothers and sisters are right, I just need to just fix my failures. But that was not even the heart of the problem. The heart of the problem was, I just figured, is that I was defining myself by my parents. And that's something I just realized just recently. I'm defining myself by what others think about me. I'm going to have this problem for the rest of my life. And if I don't deal with this now, it's going to get really worse in the future. One day I had a text message discussion with one of my mentors, and he sent me this video which says, this video called My Identity in Christ. And then I realized at that moment when I was watching that video, it's I'm not a failure, I'm not this screw up kid that can't do anything right, but I'm a child of God and I'm worth dying for. And knowing that I'm a person worth dying for Christ just really radically just changed my entire perspective of life. Having these thoughts about suicide and just hurting myself, or just plain in general, just thinking the world is a better place without me, is just the wrong way of thinking, because Christ died for us, so there is a reason why we're here on this planet. Our lives are not meaningless. God has a plan and purpose for each one of us, and there's nothing that He won't do to help save us. The God who created the world loves me enough so that, He'll die for my sins and all the stupid mistakes I've done. I'm not defined by those mistakes anymore. I'm defined by who Christ is and what He has done for me. I'm Jijo Jacob, and I'm a witness.